churning makhan for karma. Like it is how beautifully it is described, Acharya has described, and Srila Prabhupada has also described, like when she was churning this, her bangles were making noise and she was glorifying Krishna with her words. She was singing about his pastimes. So how those bangles, they are like the sounds of mridanga, and it's like she was doing kirtan. And how Krishna is attracted to the kirtan of his pure devotees. So Krishna woke up early and he immediately went over there. And then Krishna, he wanted the attention of his mother. Just like a baby, you know how the babies want attention. Krishna is the naughtiest child, so he wants attention. So he went and he was like, no, I need milk, I need milk. And Yashoda Maya was like, just wait, I'm making this for you, after that I will feed you. No, I need it right now. And then Yashoda Maya, she had also kept whatever makhan she had removed before that, she had actually kept on the gas. So essentially, she had kept milk actually in the gas. So milk over there was boiling. And then Yashoda Maya over here, she finally kept that makhan aside, makhan churning aside, and then she started feeding Krishna. Because Krishna really needed attention. And that time, it is said, Acharyas say that the milk over there that she had kept on the gas, it started overflowing, essentially. Because like, if Yashoda Maya is feeding her milk to Krishna, what is my use? It's like in spiritual world, everything is personification of somebody. Like everybody is living. And they are all devotees of Krishna. They all want to serve Krishna. So the milk, Acharyas explained that milk actually wanted to commit suicide by overflowing. Like if Yashoda Maya is feeding Krishna her milk, she is Krishna's mother, Krishna wants her attention, she is feeding her milk. What is my use? Krishna is not going to give attention to me. He will not, I will not be able to serve Krishna. Let me commit suicide. So essentially. And then when Yashoda Maya realized that the milk is overflowing, it is burning now, she immediately left Krishna and she died. Now, when Krishna was left in that way, said that he became hangry. Angry plus hungry. Now, how Acharyas explained that Krishna actually, he acted against his nature. Krishna is the Supreme Lord. Can you imagine the Supreme Lord ever becoming hungry or angry? Can you ever imagine Supreme Lord? He is the possessor of everything. Everything comes from him. He is the possessor of everything. And he over here becomes angry and he is hungry. So he was so angry with Yashoda Maya. Well, just like a child. And Krishna himself forgets he is the Supreme Lord. It's not like he's acting just to please his mother, to exchange the pastimes. He's acting. He's not acting. If he's acting, he wouldn't be able to relish it. Krishna himself forgets that he's the Supreme Lord. He completely gets into that role. So over there, he really wants the attention of his mother. And he was angry that I am hungry right now and she left me. And then he just picked up a stone from there and he saw all those makhan, the pots of butter. And we know how Krishna is famous as a makhan. And he just broke that pot and all the makhan over there just spread. And then Krishna, with his tiny feet, he was 2.5, 3 years old at that time, right? Damodar was 2.5 to 3 years old. Such tiny feet. He started walking and he went outside the house. And he went into the storeroom. And he actually took some makhan over there which he spilled. He made a raita over there. And he took some in his hand and he went outside the house. Now imagine Yashoda Maya, she had spent many days before Diwali to clean the entire house. Morning, first thing, she decided to make makhan, and over here Krishna again made raita. Now she's angry that Krishna has spilled everyththing. All my effort is gone in waste. All the cleanup that I did before Diwali, all has gone in waste. You can imagine my mother, if she would be there, if I would do the same thing, she would scold me like anything. So that's how she was. And Krishna was the naughtiest child, naughtier than any other child that we can imagine. She was very upset with Krishna. And now she really needed to find where Krishna went. So it was easy because Krishna, with his tiny feet, when he walked, all the raita that he created over there, when he walked, he made impressions of his footprint because he walked on makhan. So she could figure out. And then she went behind him. She took a stick. She was so angry. She was like, today I will punish Krishna, no doubt. She took a stick with him. Now Krishna was in storeroom, and you know what he was doing? He was feeding the monkeys. All the makhan that Yashoda Maya with so much effort she made. First of all, Krishna made the entire house dirty, and then all the makhan that she made, he's feeding to the monkeys. And Krishna, 2.5, 3-year-old baby, such small hands. It's called Krishna's Akshay Patra. All the monkeys were eating from his hand. the Makhan was still not over. Krishna is Akshay Patra. I mean, imagine 3-year-old child. How much can he actually carry in his palm? And he was feeding to all the monkeys, but that's Krishna. And the moment Krishna realized Yashoda Maiya and how he saw Yashoda Maiya was behind him. Krishna's back was facing Yashoda Maiya. How did Krishna actually know Yashoda Maiya was behind? In monkey, in one of the eyes of monkey, he saw a reflection of Yashoda Maiya and he was like, okay, now, and he saw the stake in her hand. Now I'm dead. Started running. He was sitting on a mortar. So he immediately jumped from the mortar and he ran outside. And it said Yashoda Maiya ran behind him. In that process, when Krishna realized today there is no way out. Every time he would do something or the other, and the gopis would complain to Yashoda Maiya how your Kanha comes in our house and he steals. But he would somehow get away. Today he was like, Yashoda Maiya is very upset. He knew it. She's very angry. I am not going to be saved. It said that Krishna, actually, the Supreme Lord, he went and knocked at each and every house in Gokula, all the gopis' house. Please save me, Maya Yashoda is coming, she's going to hit me, please save me. He was crying, he was so scared. Again, the Acharyas explained, can you imagine the Supreme Lord being scared? You would see Bhagavatam, first chapter itself, it will write the fear personified is fearful of Krishna. And that Krishna over there is scared. I mean, he acts against his nature. Like, he is Bhagwan, Swam Bhagwan himself. He acts against that. He's angry, he's hungry, and now he's fearful. Who would say he's the Supreme Lord? But that's what it is. I mean, he gets so much into the role because Krishna loves such pastimes.
And he was not pretending. When he was fearful,
yeah, he actually was fearful.
He was like fear personified. He was not pretending. So it's like, a mother scolding and chastising a little child. Just like that, Krishna was fully fearful and and he started crying. When he started crying, Yashoda Maya puts agur in Krishna's eyes, right? Kajal, So Krishna wiped, the tears on one eye, and then the tears started, shedding from the side where Krishna touched his agur. The tears were in black color, and then from the other side, it's white color. Okay. So this is where the Prayag comes. Prayag in Damodar pastime. So Yamuna water is like black. And Ganga is pure white. So Ganga, Yamuna, and Saraswati is uppercut, right? It's not manifest, it's uppercut. So Ganga, Yamuna, Saraswati, the three waters confluencing in Krishna's belly button, Krishna's navel. So that's why Acharyas describe that we can find Prayag in Damodara pastime. So that's how much fearful Krishna was. He was not pretending, but he was fear personified, and he started crying and shedding tears.
And then with all the halla that Krishna made, now by the time this happened, the sun had already risen. It was around 7:38. With all the halla that he made, all the noise that he made in Gokul, all the gopis came out. Everybody came out. And today they knew Kanha would be punished. And Yashoda Maiya is running behind him. Krishna is running. Imagine Supreme Lord is running and his mother is chasing him. Yogis, it's said that yogis chase Krishna with the speed of mind. We know the speed of mind. We are sitting, we can be in India in a second. That's the speed of mind. That's even faster than speed of light. Yogis, they chase Krishna with speed of mind, meditating for thousands of years, but still they are not able to catch. And here Yashoda Maiya is here, and we'll see if she catches Krishna or not. And how Acharya has described that when Yashoda Maiya was running, she was very tired because it's difficult to chase Krishna. Even though he's a small child, he's still the Supreme Lord. If he wants to escape, nobody can catch him. She was very tired. It's like she was wearing that gajra, and all the flowers from that gajra were actually falling because she was perspiring, she was sweating. So how Acharya has explained that there are multiple explanations for that flowers actually falling. Some of them were like, oh, what a great devotee she is. She's chasing the Supreme Lord. Let us touch her lotus feet. So they were falling at her feet. Another interpretation is, oh, she's punishing the Supreme Lord, or that's an offense. We don't want to be a part of it. So they were leaving it. And then some of them were like, just because she's so tired, we might be increasing the load. So let's just get off her so that we can help her. So there are multiple interpretations of that. Anyways, so finally she caught Krishna. Now Krishna can be caught only when he wants. If he wants, Yashoda Maya could have chased him for thousands of years, he wouldn't have been caught. But that's how powerful the love of a devotee is. To please his devotee, because Yashoda Maya wanted it, and Krishna, to please her, he got caught. And then finally Yashoda Maya ordered the servants in her house, get the mortar over here. Now that mortar, 10 people, 10 well-built people, they all carried that mortar together. You can imagine how heavy it would be. 10 well-built people, they actually carried, bodybuilders, they carried it together. It was so heavy. They carried it and they placed it. And then she started to bite Krishna. Now, she took one rope. She was not able to. It was 2 fingers short. It's explained it was 2 fingers short. Then she went to one of the gopis, she was like, get me ropes from your home. No, actually, before that, she brought other ropes from her own house. And then she tied all of them together. It's like one rope, another rope, so many of those ropes together, and then she tied Krishna. Again, 2 fingers short. Then she was like, then she instructed all the gopis, get all the ropes from your houses. All the gopis who were present there, get all the ropes from your houses. And then they got, and it was a huge rope. I mean, she collected all of them. It was a huge rope. Then she bound Krishna. 2 fingers short. I mean, we can imagine the love of Yashoda Maya. If that happens with us, we would apply our scientific brain. How is this happening? Like, our scientific brain is like, how is this happening? This is not possible. Science cannot explain this. But Yashoda Maya, her love for Krishna was so much, she didn't even notice that much. She's like, why am I not able to bind Krishna? She was sweating. Now the Acharyas explained that 2 fingers short, there is a significance of it. Now 2 fingers essentially means endeavor and mercy. Our Krishna consciousness is actually dependent on that. It's our own endeavor to advance in Krishna consciousness, and once we have done that endeavor, waiting for Krishna's mercy. It's like endeavor and mercy. Some people can say it's all that you have to do, you have to put in your endeavor. It's not, that's not enough. It's you put in your efforts and wait for mercy to come. And then some people can say it's all mercy. That's also not true. It's our efforts from our side and Krishna's mercy. So Acharya explained.
You take one step and then Krishna makes
Second.
Ten
There's
steps.
99
You take 10 steps.
You take one step, Krishna takes 10 steps. But that first step has to be taken by
He's
you.
waiting for that one step from you.
It's like when you start the process of Krishna consciousness also, you take one step and you realize Krishna takes 10 steps too. But that one step has to be taken. So it's endeavor and mercy. So then, this is not mentioned in Srimad Bhagavatam, but one of our acharyas have explained, then Yashoda Maya was so tired and she really wanted to bind Krishna. She was so tired. I mean, she woke up early morning, Krishna made a raita of the entire cleaning that she made. Then she went and fed that to monkeys. Krishna went and fed the makhan that she made, fresh makhan, he fed it to the monkey. She was so tired. She was running behind him for so long. She was tired finally, she was sweating. Radharani came there along with Lalita and Vishakha. Young Radharani. If Krishna was 3 years, she was even younger. Young Radharani came there. And Acharya explained that apparently Radharani removed her rubber band from her hair. She gave it to Yashoda Maya. And then Yashoda Maya was able to bind Krishna. And Acharya has explained that you can only bind Krishna by the mercy of Srimati Radharani. That's the importance of this. This is not mentioned directly in Srimad Bhagavatam.
Mm-hmm.
It was Radharani who gave her hairband and then Yashoda Maya was able to bind Krishna. But this is how it happened. That's how Acharyas tell it, that this is how it happened, and the significance is that only and only by the mercy of Srimati Radharani you can bind Krishna. Without Srimati Radharani, it is impossible. So finally, with Srimati Radharani's mercy, Yashoda Maya was able to bound Krishna, and then all the drama ended. All the gopis went back. Everybody's feeling bad for Krishna because it's like heat, sun is at its peak. It's like everybody's sweating. And over here Krishna is bound. And all his friends, they also, Madhumangal, Subala, Sridham, they all came. They were in the courtyard of Nanda Baba's house and they all are playing. They are looking at Krishna and they are like, don't worry Krishna. We will play in front of you so that just by standing over there, you can enjoy what we are playing. We won't leave you. We are good friends. We won't leave you. But we cannot leave playing also. So we will play in front of you. They all started playing and Krishna is looking at them. He's waiting. Mother Yashoda will come. She will unbind me. Mother Yashoda doesn't come. So finally after that, Krishna is looking here and there, and Krishna is, very mischievous. He found 2 Arjuna trees, huge trees. Now Acharya has explained, what are the biggest trees that you can find today on this planet? Sequoia
Sequoia,
trees in California, right? So the Acharyas explained that these trees, the Yamala Arjuna trees, were 1,000 times bigger than the sequoia trees. The sequoia trees are so big that if you dig a tunnel over there, a car can pass through them. Right? They're so big today. But these trees were even 1,000 times bigger than that. They were so big. Krishna saw over there. These two were intertwined. It's like they had one base and two trees, huge trees. Krishna saw, and he was mischievous. He started dragging the mortar. Now remember, this mortar, 10 well-built people had to carry it. And Krishna, 3-year-old baby, is able to drag the mortar on his own. And nobody noticed it. His friends were busy in playing. Yashoda Maiya was inside, Nand Maharaj was inside. Nobody noticed it. But he went in between those two trees, like those trees were fine. He went in between. And the mortar got stuck. Krishna went across, but the mortar got stuck. And then Krishna, he wanted to go ahead. He pulled. One pull, trees fell down. Imagine huge trees. One pull of that 3-year-old baby, the trees fell down. And it created a huge noise. Imagine such huge trees just falling, created a huge noise. And the children over there, they noticed. And because they were close, they immediately came. And from those two trees, two celestial beings came, Nala Kubera and Manigreva. They were the sons of Kubera. They were the sons of Kubera, and they were cursed by Narad Muni. And you know how saints like Narad Muni, their curse is also a blessing. So they were cursed that you will stay like trees for thousands of years. And you will be then delivered by Krishna himself, when Krishna will come in Dwapar Yuga. So you will be delivered by Krishna himself. So just to fulfill the words of his pure devotee Narad Muni, Krishna did that. So when they came, they offered their obeisances to Krishna, Nalokuvera and Manigreva. They offered their obeisances to Krishna. They did parikrama around Krishna, and then they went back from where they came. And then they became pure devotees. Like when we see this Damodar Ashtakam, when we will be singing, it's the 7th verse, 6th or 7th verse. Yeah, 7th verse. Like it said, like, Krishna, you gave them pure devotion. You delivered them. Just like that, you made them your pure devotees just by your merciful glance. You just glanced at them. They just had your darshan and they became pure devotees. Give that mercy to me too. That's how the 7th verse of Damodar Ashtakam will be.
तथा प्रेम भक्ति सकाम प्रयच्छ नमो शीघ्रहो मे दामोदरेहा.
So yeah, and then when the kids saw all of this, by the time the elders could come out, all of this was wrapped up. They did not see Nalakuvera and Manigreva. The kids saw all of this, and then Nanda Maharaj comes. How did this happen? And the kids explain, Krishna, he tried to, he just dragged the mortar, and then he got stuck and he gave a push and trees fell down, and then two celestial beings came, they spoke something to Krishna, and then they paid their obeisances to Krishna, and then they went. And then the Maharaj is looking like, these kids have gone mad. How is this possible? For him, Krishna is his 3-year-old child. It's impossible Krishna did that. And then he just picks up Krishna from there. And then this is not in Srimad Bhagavatam, it's going beyond this. Then Yashoda Maiya came, Acharyas explained. Yashoda Maiya came, and then Krishna looks at her, and Krishna is so upset. He doesn't look. Yashoda Maiya comes from there, Krishna is no. Yashoda, she really tries to apologize to Krishna. Krishna doesn't want to listen to her. He went into the arms of Nanda Maharaj, but he did not go into the arms of Yashoda Maiya. And Yashoda Maiya, she was almost about to faint. For a pure devotee, ignorance of Krishna is the worst. If Krishna is away, that's still better than Krishna being in front of them and ignoring them. That's the worst. Yashoda Maiya was almost about to faint. She told Krishna, Krishna, I'm dead. And then Krishna got scared, and that's when Krishna went into her arms. So this is the pastime that we celebrate. This happened on a day of Diwali. The month of Damodar has many pastimes of Krishna. It starts with Sharad Purnima, where Krishna performed his Maharas Leela with the gopis. It starts from there, and every day we will see there are multiple pastimes. The appearance of Radha Kund happens on that pastime. The killing of Narakasur happens in this. Srila Prabhupada's disappearance day is in Damodar month. Diwali also comes, Damodar month. Govardhan Puja. When Krishna lifted Govardhan, it's on the next year. And the presiding deity of Damodar.
Tulsi Vivah.
Tulsi Vivah, yeah, Tulsi Vivah also happens in Damodar. Yeah. The presiding deity of Damodar is Srimati Radharani. Devotees worship Srimati Radharani. She is the presiding deity of Damodar. Because this month is so dear to her. That is why Krishna is so merciful, because Krishna loves Radharani. And this month is very dear to Srimati Radharani because Radharani constantly meditates on the Damodar pastime. Just like Yashoda Maiya was able to bind Krishna, one day I also will be able to. And Radharani was able to. Asharas explained that pastime happens, but we'll leave that for some other time. So it's Radharani's favorite pastime because in Goloka Vrindavan, Krishna is eternally 13 years, 13, 14 years of age. So Damodar pastime doesn't happen in Golok Vrindavan because Krishna doesn't go through that. That he is born, then he becomes 1 year old, 2 year old. So Damodar pastime doesn't happen. Krishna is eternally 13 years of age. But this pastime happens when Krishna comes on Bhuluka. So Radharani constantly keeps meditating. Radharani's favorite pastime is the Damodar pastime. She constantly keeps meditating on that. So that is why this month is very, very dear to Srimati Radharani. This month also gets the name of Damodar from that particular pastime of Krishna. Very dear to Srimati Radharani. And because this is so dear to Srimati Radharani, that's why Krishna bestows all his mercy on this. So Acharya has explained, Srila Prabhupada explained, this month is like a sale for the devotees. It's like they say, if you even go to sleep in front of the devotees, Krishna will consider as if you're paying full dandavats to. How merciful he is. That's how. It's like you do anything, it's amplified 10 times. Krishna will give you, not even 10 times, 100 times. Krishna will give you 100 times the mercy. Because it's so dear to Srimati Radharani. So in this month, devotees generally do, they take some kind of a vrata. Maybe to read Srimad Bhagavatam more, or to read Bhagavad Gita more, to chant more hours, or something, some kind of a vrata, to please Srimati Radharani with their devotional service. And whatever you do, you get 100 times the benefit of in this month. So that's why this month is very special. And we sing Damodar Ashtakam every day, and we offer Leela to Damodar, Lord Damodar, the form of Krishna that was bound by Yashoda Maiya. To that we offer. So when that month is coming, in less than a month, it's coming.